Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And welcome to the 38th episode of my thrift store haul series. Now today is a little bit special because typically when I show you a stack of movies, it's a whole bunch of different stores, a bunch of different thrift stores, of course, over various days, weeks, even months sometimes. But today's stack, running the gamut from VHS all the way to Blu-ray, including a Blu-ray 3D title, is all from one stop. Value World near me, which is just a local thrift store, they were having a 50% off weekend over Labor Day here, and I ended up going at my lunch on Friday, and I did awesome. I found a big old stack here that I can share with you guys, and some of these are brand new Blu-rays. So this is all from one day, one visit, one store, which almost never happens. So one of my best days thrifting in a very long time, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. So let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into my thrift store haul, episode 38. I'll start off with the VHS I found, and I'm actually starting to build a small collection of Muppet movies on VHS. I found this one the other day. This is Muppet Classic Theater. So this one looks like it has 6 different shorts on it, based on some really well-known stories on there. You have Rumpelstiltskin, what else is on there? King Midas, Three Little Pigs, Boy Who Cried Wolf. So just a bunch of different fairy tales, 6 different fairy tales. So that should be really cool. And I know I have the, what do I have already? Like the pirate, there's a pirate one, which I'm totally forgetting the name of. Muppet Treasure Island, that's what it is, Muppet Treasure Island. That was ridiculous that I couldn't remember that. And some other ones as well, the Christmas one that I loved as a kid. So I'm getting quite a collection of these, which is always cool to see. So this was a new one that I didn't have. This is Muppet Classic Theater. I should mention, at 50% off, that meant I was spending 13 cents a VHS. 13 cents. That's ridiculous. So anything that looked halfway decent on VHS, I was picking up, which is why I grabbed Dragonheart. So this one I do have on, I think 4K on DVD, but I didn't have it on VHS, so I grabbed it because why not? It's in really good shape. So I thought, well, I guess really good is a stretch. It's in decent shape. There is this little tear down here, but you do what you do. And then you can see the tape looks totally fine, which is awesome. Now, I do have Dragonheart 2, I think it is, on VHS also. So I think it's just pretty cool to have these on this format. So this is Dragonheart. The last VHS I found the other day is one of the more popular VHS tapes that you see out there, but this is Independence Day. And this one is actually in remarkable condition, all things considered. So that's why I decided to grab this one. Another one that I have on multiple formats, but I didn't have on VHS. So I figured for 13 cents, and in the shape it's in, yeah, this is the time to finally add Independence Day to the collection. I mean, frankly, this is how I've watched this movie the most over the years, is on VHS, because my uncle had this, and that's where I watched a ton of movies when I was a kid, and that's how I fell in love with this. So Independence Day on VHS is a really cool one for the collection, and that box art is just iconic to me. So awesome, awesome find here. Independence Day. Let's make the jump up to DVD now, and this first one here is super interesting. It's David Arquette and Famke Janssen in a racing film. This is called RPM. And it says on the back here, when rival car thieves David Arquette and Famke Janssen collide, it can be hell on wheels. So I have no idea. It's probably going to be something from the Fast and the Furious era. Let me see if I can find a release date on this one. 2002, yeah. So I guess I don't know. Or no, I'm sorry, 2000. The DVD was 2002. So yeah, that's right in that era where Fast and the Furious was starting to kick off. So should be an interesting one. Movies like this, I really like Gone in 60 Seconds, for example. And hopefully this will be in a similar vein to that. So never heard much about this, but looks really cool. This is RPM. This next one is in a snapper case, and it's from director David O. Russell. We have a great cast in Three Kings. So you have George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, and Ice Cube, along with Spike Jonze in this film. Like, that's ridiculous. So very interested to check this one out. It is a war film, but it appears to be a comedy as well, or maybe just a mix of comedy. I have no idea, but sounds very interesting. And this release looks awesome. You can see there that fold out. I love when snappers do the fold out. I think that just looks super cool. So yeah, a movie I've never seen before, but looks really good with an awesome cast. I'm not going to pass that up. Now I should mention DVDs I ended up spending $1 on, because I think they're normally $2. So $1 each on these, which is more than I would pay at Salvation Army, which is only 50 cents each, but still really good price on this. So this is Three Kings. The other snapper case I found is actually a horror movie, and I don't think I've seen this werewolf film, but this is called Wolfin. A shocker and a chiller of rare force, a seizing entertainment is what it says on the back there, which is a pretty cool pull quote, but awesome snapper case on this. It looks beautiful. And then opening it up, I don't know, yeah, there's chapter select on the inside there, but doesn't fold out, so Three Kings wins that battle. But yeah, this looks really interesting. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Like I said, I don't believe I've seen this, but I have heard of it over the years, so excited to check out Wolfin. The last of the DVDs is actually part of a TV miniseries. This is V, The Final Battle. So I recently picked up V, the complete series on DVD from Disc Replay, I think it was. Not recently, probably a while ago now, but I didn't have the sequel, which is The Final Battle. So interested to check this out. Obviously, I will watch these in order because I'm not psycho. So yeah, very intrigued to see this one. Again, I just thought it was a cool looking release as well. You can see on the inside there, and then they are 2 flipper discs with it. But yeah, should be good. I've heard really good things about this recently, so definitely going to check out V, The Final Battle. I got super lucky with the Blu-rays because at this specific store, I almost never see Blu-rays, but the other day, for whatever reason, they had a whole bunch of them. So I've grabbed, first up here, Oz the Great and Powerful, and it did come with the slipcover, which is really cool. So this is a movie that I've been wanting to revisit, but I didn't have it in my collection. So it's been on my cheap Blu-rays to find list, and fortunately, I found it for $1. Really great price on this one. So if they don't have like a marking on them, if they don't have another price on them, they just charge the regular DVD price. So that would be $2 with 50% off. I ended up spending $1. So yeah, excited to revisit this. I remember not loving it, but I think it's definitely one that is worth a second chance. So this is Oz the Great and Powerful. I was really surprised to find out that I didn't own this one yet, but I didn't, and I really like this movie. I saw this when I worked at Family Video. This is Denzel Washington in Flight. And this is the story of Denzel's character. He's a pilot, and he basically is a drug addict, and he flew a plane, something happened, and so he's going through this like tribunal, essentially, a trial, I guess is more accurate, to see if he's at fault or not. And really good movie. Now, this is one of 3 in here that was a little bit more expensive. They were marked at $7, but again, with half off, you're paying $3.50. So really good price, even though it's a little bit more pricey. But yeah, so Flight is another one that's in the collection and a great film if you haven't seen it. Next up is one that I've been trying to upgrade for a long time because I bought the Blu-ray 3D disc at Family Video when I worked there, but when I did that, it was only the Blu-ray 3D disc, so I never owned it on a 2D disc. Well, they had Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, and this is both the Blu-ray 3D, the Blu-ray, along with everything else included there. So fully complete, which is awesome. And with the slipcover, which I also didn't have. So this was such a cool upgrade for $1, because this is another one. It didn't have a price on it, so I spent $1 on this to upgrade my other copy, and now I'm just able to sell off my basically 3D disc only version of Sin City, and it more than makes up for what I spent on this one. So very cool find, one I've been trying to get for a long time at a good price. This is Sin City, A Dame to Kill For on Blu-ray 3D. The last 3 in this video are actually all brand new and sealed, which is awesome. So first up, we have another upgrade for me, and this is an Asylum title, which I just talked about recently on a live stream with a couple buddies, but this is 2012 Supernova. So this is one that I do own on DVD, but I've not actually seen this one yet. So really looking forward to checking this out. You guys know, I'm not going to pass up a Blu-ray upgrade of an Asylum film for $1. There's just no way. So very happy I was able to find this one. Excited to see if this one is any good or not. This is 2012 Supernova from the Asylum. These next two are also brand new and sealed, and they both have their slipcover, which is really cool. And I think both of these were also the $3.50, so a little bit pricier, but again, for brand new, you can't beat that. First up is one that I watched when it was new to streaming a couple years ago with Idris Elba. This is Beast. So this was a good movie, not great, but I did enjoy it for what it was. Basically, we have Idris Elba's character with his two daughters, and they go on this vacation, essentially, but they end up being hunted by a lion, or not a lion, yes, a lion, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but yeah, a good movie, not great, but definitely worth a watch, and I'm happy to have it in the collection, especially brand new with the slipcover for $3.50. That's a really good deal. This is Beast. I think this last one today just got a 4K upgrade, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it was Tim over at Tim Talks Talkies. He mentioned that this is one of his favorite comedies of recent times. And so when I found it for new, I had to grab it. This is Game Night. So really good cast. You have Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman on here, and it looks like just a goofy comedy of some sort. So hopefully this one will be as good to me as it is to Tim over at Tim Talks Talkies. So looking forward to checking it out. This is the last one for today, another brand new one, Game Night. All right, so there it is. Like I said, one of my best single stops at a thrift store that I've had in quite some time. Just some awesome finds there. Brand new Blu-rays at the thrift store. That never happens. I have a few more that I picked up at the same time, but I'm just going to end up selling those because they're things I already owned or things I weren't interested in. So more than makes up for what I spent here today, but just an awesome day at the thrift store. So let me know what your thoughts are on anything you saw in today's video. And let me know if you found anything cool at your local thrift stores recently. Can't beat those 50% offs when they pop up at Value World. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this and anything else down in the comments. I appreciate any and all support down there, so thank you so much for that. Before you guys take off, if you could just hit that like button, that engagement really does help me out. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end here. That really helps the channel out a ton. Before you take off, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all next time.